It's now time for the Brown Brothers and Friends Saturday morning talk show. Get ready to laugh your ass off.
It must be Halloween because here come the spooks.
What's your name?
What?
What is your name?
Tony!
Fuck you, Tony!
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Are you saying I'm stealing?
The man didn't say you was stealing beer. Now come on over and sit down and shut the fuck up.
You shut the fuck up, Benny. I would tell you to kiss my ass too, but you probably can't find it, you blind motherfucker.
Inspector T, how you doing?
Where the fuck you been, Foley?
Wait a second. Look, I just thought that if there was a problem...
Don't think, Axel. It makes my dick itch.
You have African-American rappers saying N-word this and N-word that, but a Caucasian can't.
So say it.
Say what?
Say the word you want to say.
I'm not saying that I want to say it. I'm just saying that I can't.
Sure you can. Say it. Say it right now. I will say it with you.
You got candy?
Yeah, I do that right now.
Time to get correctly.
We don't got no goddamn band. We don't need to fucking practice, Randy. We don't need a shit-ass manager neither. You motherfuckers. Y'all just a bunch of losers.
Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am.
Yeah, we back. Oh man, I am so hype about today. I got a lot of stuff going on. I got a lot of guests in the building, and we gonna have a good time, man. I don't want to sound like we rushed, man, but we got a lot of stuff to cover this morning, man. And hey, it's cold outside. It is cold outside, so we gonna jump on into it, man. Let's start off like we normally start off, though, man, because I wanna cover everything. I don't want to rush anything. I don't want to sound rushed because you people are taking your time to listen to the show, and we want to give you everything that we normally give you. So hey, let's do it like we always do, bro. How was your week?
It was good. Since we rushing.
It was good. That's it.
Yeah, man.
That's all you got. It was good.
I had a good week this week, man.
That's what's up, man. And we got two guests in the building, inside the building. We're gonna bring on a special guest in just a second. But first, the lovely Pamela. How was your week?
Oh, it was great. Thank you for asking. Everything was copacetic and I'm safe, so it was good. All is well.
That's what's up, man. And then we have the one and only Greatness.
Yeah.
Man, Greatness. Now you've been on the Flex on a Friday show a couple of times, man.
Yeah.
And you, anytime Greatness comes to the building, man, be sure to take some anything that doesn't make you drowsy, because that nigga's not gonna leave when he's supposed to. But he's a good brother, man, and I had the pleasure of sitting there and rapping with him for a couple of times, man. So how was your week, brother?
Oh, it was pretty good, man. I had a little hiccup this morning, but everything cool.
Oh, that's what's up, man. You know, hey, it's Saturday morning, man. We ain't trying to, stall or anything, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a hiccup, man, go ahead and knock that hiccup out the way, and let's just get it rolling.
Yeah.
Now, people, we gonna get to these two wonderful individuals that we have in the studio in just a second. But first, we have a very special guest, and I'm finna go ahead and get him on the line right now. And I don't want to say who the guest is, because you know how phone things at work, they sometimes drop and you don't get to talk to people the way you want to. But we got a very special guest that we're about to bring on the line, and let's see if we can get him on the line real quick. Hello, Mr. Collier.
Okay, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Mr. Collier. How you doing this morning?
Outstanding. How are you?
I'm doing outstanding as well, sir. Now, people, I told y'all we had a special guest this morning, and this morning it's my pleasure to bring to you the one and only. First off, let me give you an introduction of this brother. All right, he's been in several movies that I know you've seen, following, with Norbit, House Party 3. He's been on Shaq's All Stars comedy roast. He's been his resume, it speaks volume, okay? But the main thing that I wanted to address, I was up one night when I wasn't supposed to be. You know, as a young kid, I was up and I was watching Def Comedy Jam. And there was this brother that was on the show that was unlike everybody else on the show. When I tell you the way he delivered his material, I was fascinated with it. You know, I was like, you know, here we go. We got everybody doing the same thing, but he's doing it so different. And that's when I fell in love with the game. He is definitely in my top 5 as far as comedians go. And there's no order with that because you can't put order when it comes to comedy. It's just top 5 dudes that you gravitate towards, and he's definitely in the top 5. People, I want to introduce you to this morning, Michael Collier. Michael Collier, how you doing this morning, brother?
I am supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, brother. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing great, man. Look, first of all, brother, it is an honor to sit here, and even though you're not in the building, man, it's just an honor to talk to you. And man, my brother will tell you, ever since we were kids, Showboat has been one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
Look, I know House Party was about Kid and Play. We know it's about Kid and Play. But goddamn, when I tell you Showboat stole the show, Showboat stole the goddamn show. And look, I'm not just finna talk about that movie because you've done several movies. I'm from Tennessee. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. So I even watched Clean Up Man. And
wow. I didn't think anybody saw Clean Up Man.
I brought the damn DVD. I brought the DVD. I was mad at DJ Paul and them because I'm in Nashville and they wouldn't got 2 Atlanta comedians. But
well, my folks are from down in Tennessee, from actually close to. Let me see. They're from a little town called Tullahoma. You ever heard of Tullahoma?
Oh yeah, we definitely heard Tullahoma.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's where my dad is from. Is Tullahoma, but I come down a lot and play Memphis. I do Chuckles in Memphis all the time. I do want to say thank you guys. I'm honored that y'all invited me on the show this morning.
Man, like I said, it's great. Now, Mr. Collier, let's just go back, man, because I was talking about Def Jam, man, and that was one of the first places that I've actually seen you. And man, when I tell you killed the spot, one of my, and this is gonna sound kind of crazy, man, but I'm not gonna say the joke word for word. But one of the things he did, he came out there, he was like, man, I'm fly than a motherfucker. Look at my shoes, they matching my pants, got a shirt that's matching my coat, and my tie got my goddamn picture on it. Then he ran to the back and said, yo, I'm sorry, my dick got hard. My dick
wow, you remember that?
Hey, dude, when I tell you, when I remember my favorites, man, I remember my favorites, man. And dude, that a lot of ways, like I don't mimic comedians that I see, but it's like, when you see greatness on stage, you know what I'm saying? When you see comedians and it draws you to them, it's like, I want to be that way, but I don't want to be them word for word per se. But it's like when you do your thing, you have people that you want to pay homage to, and you are definitely one of the guys that I want to pay homage to, man, when I do my sets.
Thank you, brother. You know, I think people always want to imitate flavor if that flavor is tasty to them, you know? Some certain things resonate with certain people, you know, a certain type of fly resonates with folks. And oh shit, I got that kind of fly in me somewhere. Let me pull that out too. You know, I mean, we all have it. We all have it. Everybody has everything they need to be who they really want to be, but we don't always have the courage to step forward and present it. You know, we're always so concerned about what other people gonna think of us, what other people gonna say. You know, I have never been able to figure out why anybody would give a fuck what anybody thinks about them. You know, shit, you got to do you for real. You got to just be you. And the folks who are just naturally themselves, you'll find out they're always individual. You know, they're so fucking way out because they're not trying to imitate nobody, be like nobody. They're just trying to be their authentic selves. You know, you just got to be the authentic you. Who are you really? And step forth because the whole universe is waiting to find out who you are. You know, they know all these other motherfuckers. They want to know who you are. You know?
Right.
Yeah. So thanks for recognizing.
Man, now I know I'm not finna hog all the time, man. You know, because I know we only have you for a short amount of time. But I know my brother has some questions, and I'm pretty sure the other 2 guests we got in here got questions as well. And I'm not finished, so y'all motherfuckers better jump in because this is one of my idols on the goddamn line. So I'm gonna ask him as much shit as possible because I don't ever know when I'm gonna have his chance again. Okay. So y'all better jump in. Now, bro, I know you said you had a question for him.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, you know, a fan too. I'm a big fan, so I'm kind of starstruck a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting over there smiling and cheesing.
Nice. What's your name, brother?
My name is Richard Brown, man. They call me Big Brown.
All right, Richard.
So,
all right, Big Brown, go ahead.
Like my brother was telling you, man, we stayed up many a nights watching Def Comedy Jam and watching you work. I learned how to cuss at a younger age. And I got a lot of ass whoopings. And I want to thank you for giving me a lot of ass whoopings and shit like that. So today I'm still
glad to be helpful.
I can't even do a conference meeting without cussing. But on a serious note, man, this is one of the questions I want to hold off and ask you, because not only you one of my favorite comedians, but Eddie Murphy is. How was it working on the set with him? Because sometimes I sit there and watch that movie and I'm like, there's no way I could be on that set, especially when he came in as an Asian guy. So how did you feel working with him doing that?
Well, no, I was on one film with him. That was Norbit.
Yeah. Right.
So, it was probably one of the most magical times for me on a set, because there's nobody like Eddie. I don't give a damn who these comics think they are. He is the shit. He's the top of the pinnacle. He's done everything, and he's done everything well, and he's been doing it for over 40 years. This brother is so awesome. So, what I was really impressed with is his grandeur. You know what I'm saying? He's bigger than life. So we would all be on the set, and it'd be hot as fuck out there, and we'd be standing around in the sun trying to find some shade. And then all of a sudden, these white folks would show up and build a tent, a wallless tent. They'd put up the sticks and they'd have the top, the canvas over it. They'd put 2 chairs in it. And then Eddie Murphy's car would roll up. His Escalade would roll up. And he'd sit under that tent with the fan on him for a couple of seconds while they set the scene. And then he would do his scene, man. And he would do the scene 4 times. And every time he would do it a little different. I would like to say a little better. You could even say a little better, but actually he gave you 4 choices, where he really gave the editors 4 choices of how to shoot that thing. So when he crashed on that fucking bike, he crashed on that fucking bike 4 times, And as soon as he got through doing his shit, he got back in his Escalade and left. And it was like, what just happened? He was just brilliant, and he still is so brilliant. My dream, my fantasy is to get the call from Eddie Murphy saying, hey man, work with me on my new set. Because I would love to see Eddie Murphy go back out and do a world tour.
Oh man,
as a stand-up comedian.
Yes,
that shit would be off the chain, and I can help him get ready for that. I can walk him through it and help him build his material. That's what I'm doing right now. My challenge to myself is by March 15th. I'm writing a 1-hour special of all absolutely brand new material that I haven't seen anywhere, and I've never done that. I always have the next routine, the next thing I'll have, but I have something I've done over here, a little piece I use over there, and then I add some new stuff to that. This one, I'm doing straight spanking new, an hour solid, So wow. I would love to work with Eddie like that, but Eddie Murphy was just nice, just the nicest guy, professional all the way, and has no airs about him. He's not arrogant or no bullshit like that.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a fly brother, man, When you get that much money, it's easy to be fly. Why are you gonna be uptight when you got all that
money? Hey, but dude, I'm gonna tell you now. When you do that new hour set, trust me and believe. I don't give a fuck where it's at. If I can buy that shit on Amazon Prime, YouTube, wherever I can buy that shit, you best believe you gonna get whatever it costs. So, ain't not a problem at all, brother. Now, like I said, I got 2 other guys and 2 other guests in the studio right now, so I'm gonna let them ask their questions, because I'm going. Hey, as soon as y'all get done, I'm jumping back in this motherfucker. All right.
All right.
All right, boo. Pause, ladies first. Hi, Mr. Collier. My name is Pam. It is indeed a pleasure to meet you. Well, on the phone.
The pleasure's mine.
I'll talk to you rather. Let me first say that I do agree with Will that you are a phenomenal comedian, very much the pinnacle of the comedians of our time. So it is truly a pleasure. And let me also mention that the Martin Lawrence show is like one of my favorite shows ever. I can watch it back to back to back. And your character as Mr. Whitaker kept me in tears, especially the
People
episode
love
with
Mr.
Gina getting her
Whitaker.
head caught in the headboard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And the
boy,
same thing happened to
that's
you
the
when I tell
EB
you that she
3000.
has me
EB
just in
3000.
tears, like every time, like I watched it for the first time. So again, this adds to the pleasure of being able to speak with you. But my question is, throughout your career, you've had the opportunity to work with some of the most awesome comedians, from Bernie Mac to Martin Lawrence to Eddie Murphy. Out of all of those comedians you work with, who would you say is that one that you would say, okay, if I can continue to work with this person, this comedian throughout my career, this would definitely be him? Who would you say was the one you took
other
most
than
pleasure
Eddie?
working with? Other than Eddie, of course, other than Eddie.
If we could bring back Bernie Mac, then damn it, it would be Bernie Mac.
Yeah.
Bernie Mac was the most amazing, probably. Well, he was amazing black man. See, black men are rare.
Yes.
Niggas, man, niggas. You can open the glove compartment of your car and pull niggas. But black men who have integrity, and are talented and kind. That was Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac is the reason I got on Def Jam. I didn't even know Def Jam was coming. He knew about it and insisted that they put me on it and told me about it. Bernie Mac, when I had a talk show for a very little while on BET called BET Live from LA, I had to co-host. And we used to do this show at every top star show. Out of all the kings of comedy, it was only Bernie Mac who came on to support me, and he didn't have to do that. This guy was huge. When we would go and do shows and concerts, Bernie Mac wasn't trying to get to the club, to get to the strip joint, to chase the ladies. Bernie Mac was going back to his room to get some beans and cornbread and call his wife at home. You know what I'm saying? This dude just had such character about him, and he wouldn't step on anybody or shit on anybody so that he could get a better moment or more light or a better job. Yeah. He would not. I can't say that for a lot of these so-called stars. But
trust me, I already know.
This dude had integrity. This dude, and on top of that, you ain't gonna beat him on stage. That's the funniest nigga. He wasn't gonna beat that nigga on stage, man. On stage, that nigga was a beast, because he knew who he was. He had confidence, and he came as his genuine self. What we talked about earlier, his authentic self. He showed up as Bernie Mac, I mean, and so he was just, anybody, let's start digging this nigga up right now, it would be Bernie Mac.
And that's funny you say that about not beating him on stage, because as you know, Mike, there's a lot of people in the comedy game. You be like, oh shit, I'll follow him. I ain't afraid to follow him. I'll follow him. No, I wouldn't follow that nigga at all. No. Once he go on stage, if I got to go up after that, no, the show over with. I'm not going up after that.
And a lot of folks will feel that way. There just is nobody that I couldn't follow. I could follow Bernie even if we had to dig him up. I could follow Eddie. Who you are. Because no matter what the comic does before me, I'm still Michael motherfucking Kite. So at the end of the day, I'm coming with my authenticity. It ain't going to be the same. Even if we talk about similar shit, we could both be talking about Trump. But your take on Trump is going to be different than my take on Trump, and it's going to come from a different flavor. I'm from the projects in Chicago, Robert Taylor Home, 4352 South State, apartment 909. That is the energy that can't nobody else have that energy. Even if you're from projects in Chicago, you ain't from 4352 South State, nigga. So I'm coming with my own individual shit, and is it going to be better? I don't know if it's going to be better, but it will stand stronger than anything else. I don't care. If you go before me, I will be the one you'll remember when this shit is over. I'm fuck who you are, DC, young, fly, or super fly. I don't give a fuck. I'm coming with my shit.
That's what's up, man. And if for anybody who don't know, if you've been living under a fucking rock or something, man, check out Shaq's Comedy All-Star Roast. When I tell you somebody who look. This, because you was the last one to go up and roast. And when I tell you, if I don't remember anything else from that show, and I'm not just saying this shit because he's on the phone. Like I said before, This is one of my idols. When he went up there, he killed that bitch. Killed it.
Thank you, brother. It was so much fun. But once you do this for a while, it gets to just be fun. It gets to be the thing you do. But it could be like anything. I mean, if you are a carpenter, I mean, you spend 10 years doing that shit. You know what the fuck to do with a hammer and a nail. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, sometimes people be like, I be on my way on the stage and be like, man, good luck. I'm like, look, don't have shit to do with this no more. Chill now. Now I just gotta watch my time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but otherwise, no, it's just about having fun with it, and that helps you once again keep unfolding into yourself, into the greater you, because we don't dig down deep and find out who we are, because surface is so much easier. We know that people accept our surface because they've been doing it our whole lives. Everybody accepts you when you show up because they know that you are you, and that's what they expect of you. But there's the parts of you that you ain't showed these niggas yet, man. There's some shit that you've been frightened to just show them, to go deep and say, fuck y'all, nigga, this is what I do, and do it with a confidence that makes them go, God damn, nigga, I didn't know anybody could do that, Wayne is so Little Wayne, he damn near strange because he's Lil Wayne. He's so fucking different and way out. And if he didn't have the confidence to go with it, that nigga wouldn't be shit. He'd be just some weird motherfucker. But he knows who the fuck he is, man. So he can show up with a nail through his ear and 97,000 tattoos and 50,000 gold teeth, where anywhere else the motherfucker be like, what the fuck is this? That's Lil Wayne, Nick. You don't know who that is, Nick. You better get out the motherfucking mustard and catch up, nigga. That's Lil Wayne, Nick.
That's my new saying.
Yeah. Oh, you just stole it. That's your new
I'm
saying.
taking it.
Hey, you know what? I'm glad you also mentioned how you feel about being in the game for so long, and it's not luck ain't got nothing to do with it, man. Because my wife is listening, and she was hounding me. I had a virtual comedy show I had to do this past Wednesday, and she was hounding me. She was like, "Are you gonna prepare? Are you nervous? Or are you gonna write some new?" And I was like, "Baby, I'm good." And she was like, "But I haven't seen you doing it. I haven't seen you do it." And when I did the show, because I had to do 45 minutes, and when I did the show, she was like, "Where did that come from?" I was like, "Baby, I've been doing this for 15 years."
Yeah.
Oh man, so now great.
Our wives and our ladies and our girlfriends, they have to be a certain type for them to help us excel.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in this public life, and you're in this public life, even if you're just doing shows on Zoom, you're in front of you don't know how many people.
Right.
You could be looking at Zoom and you think it's 10 motherfuckers. It could be 1,000 people watching.
Right.
50,000 or 6. So you don't know how many people, but if it's more than 2, then you're in public life now. And the performing in front of the public is a different thing. And a lot of times our queens hear our materials more times than they feel like they want to. And they don't understand that sometimes we do this material over and over again. Who's going to go to a singer and say, motherfucker, you sang that song 1,000 times. Can you do some new shit? I mean, look at Frankie Beverly. Frankie Beverly and Maze ain't had a new record in 26 fucking years. And every place they go, they pack that bitch out. And I'm talking about people stand up and sing every fucking note. And they've been singing the same shit. So I'm not saying that to justify that we should be doing the same stuff. We should be constantly trying to be new. We should be trying to keep up with whatever is going on right now.
Right.
And that's how you're going to reach the greater amount of people. But a lot of our stuff we do again and again, and we redo it and we warm it up and put it back out there because that's the stuff we know that we're comfortable with. We can walk on the stage and say that, and 98% of those people are going to fall out laughing, although the 2% may have heard some of it before. So we'll be like, fuck them 2%. I'm going for the 98,
Right.
So, but our women being so close to us, they hear it all the time. So if you do it 10 times, you've done 10 different audiences, but you're going to do the same stuff. I mean, this is the shit you wrote last week. You're going to do that 10, 20, 30 times. But your woman will hear it 10, 20, 30 times. About 7 times, she'll be like, anytime you try something new, or I'm thinking about doing this, would you be? And you be thinking, bitch, if you don't shut up, I'm gonna tell the shit out of you. You be thinking it. You don't say it. Don't say it. That's to be in your marriage, And you be like, shit, I'm still coming in here every day and paying these bills. Everything is going smooth. You wearing that cute shit. So just let me say this shit till I form it into the way I need it, so I can sell it the way I need to sell it. So you get that. But with the great ones stick. The great ones are what they call the ride or die. They with you no matter what the fuck you do because they trust that you know what you're doing. Basically, they've come along generally after you've been doing what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Most of our women come into our lives. We've been doing this shit for a while, so we know. This is my 30. This is my 34th year doing this shit. So by now I'm pretty clear on what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And I can do it pretty much anywhere. So we talk about the cursing and Def Jam talk. So many people that you can get away with it. You can do cursing and make a living, but it's the not cursing that's going to get you the real money. You know what I'm saying? Because white folks scared us anyway. So if they have to see us and hear us cussing, that even terrifies them more. But when you can go into a set and do a clean set, not necessarily clean, but non-profane, you can go in and do a set and it's not profane, then these Europeans feel, damn, we got to give them a show. So many comics shoot themselves in the foot because they have an opportunity and they got a 7-minute set and they got to cuss to a 7-minute set. And the white boy who's sitting there with the checkbook and the pen is saying, well, if this nigga can't do 7 minutes without cussing, how the fuck we going to give him a show?
Right.
Well, he got to be on the air 30 minutes or an hour. This nigga gonna fuck around and FCC gonna shut our show down because this nigga has no self-control. So the name of the game is you gotta control what you're doing. You gotta variate your set for who it is you talk to. Some people like the word motherfucker. Me, I love the word motherfucker. Samuel Jackson, love the word motherfucker. But I know it's a lot of rooms I can go into. And if I say that, I don't care how much they have loved me before I showed up, they don't love me no more. You know what I'm saying? They could be, because they've seen my TV show. They've seen me in places where they've never seen me curse. People come to me and say, what I really like about you is that you never curse. And I'd be like, bitch, you crazy. And so, they'd be like, what? But they don't see it in public, and so they embrace it. They're not attacked. Their feelings aren't hurt. Most of the folks in this country are Christians.
Right.
So they're in church, man. They told the customer is the wrong way, and you shouldn't use it. I understand it to be a form of communication, like any other sound that we make. It's a form of communication, but you still have to respect the feelings of other people if you want to get your paper. At the end of the day, it's about getting your money.
Right.
Because a romance without finance is a nuisance. You understand? When your outcome exceeds your income and your upkeep is your downfall. So when you putting out more energy and shit than you getting back, then you are failing. So to win, you want to put out the kind of energy that quadruples in money. You want to get back way more money than the energy you put out. But if you're out there, man, I'm the shit, man. Fuck these motherfuckers. I'm doing what I want. Grab my dick. I'm going to tell this joke about the bitch. Okay, cool. A bunch of people going to laugh. But the niggas that can hire you ain't going to be laughing. Or they may laugh, but they won't hire you. Now, that man, his show is funny. Well, why don't we put him in the show? Oh, not that nigga. No. Like, I have this joke that's so fabulous. But I know I can't tell it everywhere. So this guy's driving a garbage truck. The garbage truck is going down the alley, and there's a whole family in the car driving behind a garbage truck. Garbage truck hits a pothole. A dildo flies out the truck, flies through the air, slams on the windshield of a family car, bounces off onto the ground. So the mother turns to the kid. She's trying to, take everybody's attention off her. She said to the little boy, don't worry about that. That was an insect. And the little boy said, well, I sure don't know how he got off the ground with that big old cock. It's a wonderful joke, but you can't tell that everywhere. So you have to know the places that you can tell those jokes. I have a morning show every morning, Monday through Friday. I do an hour and a half on YouTube. It's called The Michael Collier Morning Show. So Monday will be our 115th show. I bring a comedian on every morning at 7:10. So we've had 115 comedians. So we do the show all the time. And my producer is this beautiful sister named Ebony Elijah, and she comes in out of Dallas. Okay, so